Join us as I fly in premium economy on American's Boeing 787 Dreamliner. We'll fly from Philadelphia down to Miami to see if the experience lives up to its expectations and is worth the extra money for the upgrade. I'm Ralph from Ralph's Trip Reports, and welcome to this special video. And welcome back to Philadelphia. I'm Ralph from Ralph's Trip Reports, and thanks for stopping by for another video. Well, I am currently on my way to Miami/Fort Lauderdale for the Allegiant inaugural. I'm going to get it right this time, up here. But to get there, I took the landline bus, which you saw. Now I'm going to be taking the Boeing 787 Dreamliner to Miami. We're going to be in premium economy tonight. I was able to score that deal for a very cheap upgrade, so I did it. And we'll see what premium economy is like. Let's head to the gate. Before we go, you know, I had to come see Rocky. They just put this in the Philly airport. Pretty cool. And over here, we have the largest plane that comes to Philadelphia, the British Airways A350-1000, getting ready to go back to London. And of course, as usual, we are the very last gate on the left-hand side. Well, the second to last. We are at A23 this evening. And here's our ride. Taking us down to Miami this evening is November 871 Alpha Yankee, an April 2020 built Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner. All right, let's board. And now, let's take a look at the Aerolopa seat map for the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner. Up front, we have business class, laid out in a 1-2-1 arrangement with alternating forward and backward-facing seats. These seats have 48 inches of pitch and 20 inches of width. Behind that are 28 premium economy seats where we will be seated tonight, laid out in a 2-3-2 arrangement. These seats have 38 inches of pitch and 18.5 inches of width. And behind that, 186 main cabin seats, laid out in a 3-3-3 arrangement, with main cabin extra having 34 inches of pitch and all other seats having 31 inches of pitch. All seats have a width of 17.1 inches. There is a total of 234 seats on the 787-8 Dreamliner. Tonight, we will be seated in seat 9A. And welcome on board the American Airlines Boeing 787 Dreamliner to Miami. Got 2 windows right over the wing. I'm in the last row of premium economy tonight. But for now, let's just get ready for takeoff. Now, let's take a look at the seat. Each passenger has individual air vents and reading lights. Coming down onto the seat, we see the IFE screen, followed by the literature pocket, which houses a safety information card and instructions on the Wi-Fi. In the left armrest, we open it and press a button, which will release the tray table. This table comes out folded in half. However, after you unfold it, you see that it's a pretty decent size, enough to get some work done and eat or drink on. Below the seat, we see the footrest, which comes out pretty nicely. Next to the seat is the remote for the IFE screen and the button to recline the seats.
Here we've got everything done. We've got our fuel with straight truck loading back, so hopefully we'll be leaving in a couple minutes. Right now it's 899 miles. It should be at about 40,000 feet. Our time is about 2 hours and 20 minutes. That puts us pretty much right on the side of Miami. Right now Miami is 70 degrees and perfectly cloudy skies. So I know it's late, and get there as quickly and safely as you can, so sit back and really like things.
Between 6 and 9 o'clock here at PHL are especially busy, especially the hour between 6:30 and 8 p.m., which sees a lot of international departures. We had to wait 20 minutes before it was our turn to take off.
Packer 1680, line of 27 left.
This evening, we will be taking off towards the south on runway 27 left.
1618 heavy, heading at 230, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff. Packer 1618 heavy, heading 230, contact departure, good night.
With the rainy weather and windy ride out, there wasn't much in scenery tonight. Next up, the snack and drink cart arrived. Before it arrived, I had already eaten my chicken Caesar wrap from the terminal, and I bought a bottle of water on board, so I just took a Biscoff cookie tonight. Let's take a look at the IFE screen. The IFE screen was very decently sized, and I didn't need the attached remote. There was a lot of choices for movies, TV shows, music, podcast, games, and my favorite feature, the moving map. The moving map had several ways to view the map as well, which I thought was a great touch. While we're here, let's also discuss the Wi-Fi. For my flight, the Wi-Fi was $20 for the whole flight, which I did not partake in. There is also more movies, TV shows, and games on your device as well. So if you don't like what you see on the screen, maybe there's something on your device. However, there is some good news about this. Effective immediately, American Airlines rolled out free Wi-Fi on most of their Boeing 787 Dreamliner fleet this week, which is great news for everyone. It won't be Starlink, however, just being free is good enough in my book. And now let's take a look at the restroom. The restroom was still clean and pretty spotless, even though we were almost 2 hours into the flight at this point. I also figured before we land I would mention that I am not actually flying in premium economy tonight, even though I'm in a premium economy seat. If this was an international flight, premium economy would have priority check-in, security, and boarding, wider seats, premium dining, free entertainment, an amenity kit, and bedding. But since I'm not flying internationally or between Los Angeles and New York, this seat is considered main cabin extra. Main cabin extra comes with group 5 boarding and a free alcoholic drink of your choice, if you choose. Since this is main cabin extra, I was able to secure this upgrade for a very cheap $47 on top of my main cabin ticket, which is absolutely incredible. If you would like to fly on this on a domestic flight, here's what you should look for. Try to book a flight between two of American's bigger hubs, such as New York JFK, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Miami, Dallas, Phoenix, Los Angeles, or Honolulu. You're going to have to make sure you look at the plane type very carefully. You're going to want to fly either the 777 or 787 Dreamliner. On the AA app, click on details on each flight, and look for either 772, 773, or 788 or 789. This will denote that you're on a premium economy equipped aircraft. Next up, you're going to want to look for main cabin extra seats that are laid out in a 2-3-2 arrangement. And just pick one of those and you'll have a premium economy seat for the price of a main cabin extra upgrade. And would you look at that, our flight is coming to an end very quickly. Tonight, we are going to be treated to a very spectacular approach, which has us coming over the Atlantic Ocean before making a right-hand turn to pass over South Beach and the city of Miami before arriving into MIA on runway 28 left.
Oh, heavy island. 16-18-99 out of super fast, Atlanta.
From all of us here at American Airlines, our One World partners, and your Miami-based flight crew, we'd like to say thank you for flying with us this evening. If you have a great time clearing MIA sheets, the rate of your service, we thank you. We hope to see you again soon on a future American Airlines flight. Be safe.
And welcome to Miami. That was American Airlines, Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner. But I'm going to get out of here and head to the hotel to wrap this video up. Let's head on. I booked a standard King Studio suite and hoped to have a view of Miami Airport when I picked my room. But I got way more than I asked for. I got a balcony on my room which overlooked the north side of MIA Airport. Needless to say, I had a very fun evening plane spotting. The biggest catch of the trip, if not the year for me, came the next morning. To my surprise, I looked over the apron and saw a very special plane that I totally was not expecting this morning. Heading into the hangar, we see American's flagship livery plane celebrating their 100th anniversary. This 777-300 was designed by liveries from the 1930s on their DC-3 aircraft. This plane looked absolutely spectacular in person, and I was so happy to be able to see it. And that just about does it for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless, and I'll see you next time.